Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this annual parish council meeting. Sorry, the council annual parish meeting of the 21st of May 2024. I'd like to welcome everybody to this forum tonight, and we will have to close by 6:45 promptly. No later than that, we will have to close because we have to set up for the full council meeting afterwards. Firstly, is the apologies.
Yes, I've just got apologies from Councillor Hannah Wood and Councillor Howard and Mary Thomas.
Thank you. The next one is for declarations of interest. This is to receive any declarations of interest from members relating to any item on the agenda in accordance with the provisions of the Code of Conduct and or indicate if S106 of the Local Government Finance Act 1992 applies to them. We have nobody responding to that. Not a problem. And item 4 is for the minutes to approve as a correct record the minutes of the meeting held on Tuesday, the 16th of May, 2023. Has everybody seen a copy of the minutes from 2023? Want me to do a quick run through? Last year.
Can do.
Yeah. Okay, for the minutes last year, Councillor Mary Thomas welcomed all to the annual parish council meeting at the town hall. Apologies were received from Councillor Neil Butterworth. The council accepted the apologies as being received. There were no declarations of interest. The minutes were approved as a correct record of the minutes of the previous meeting of Tuesday, the 17th of May, 2022. Public forum, it was suggested that for future years to broaden the meeting, the town council should invite reports from interested parties in the town, such as charities and community groups. And that was the end of last year's meetings, minutes. Is everybody happy with the minutes that was provided? Yeah. Thank you. Are we all in favour? Yep. The next item on the agenda is number 5, the Colne Town Council, to receive an update from our town clerk.
Okay, so I've just made a few notes on what we've sort of done during the last year and what our main achievements really have been. At the start of the year, so at the start of April, we had a change in our grounds maintenance contracts. Previously, all aspects of the contract was done just by one contractor. However, from the tender process, this time we did end up with 4 different contractors doing the separate things, which actually, although it was a lot more expensive, but we were expecting that anyway because of prices, how much they've gone up sort of in the last 3 years previous to that. But it does mean that it's more controlled in that we've got individual contractors doing things that they're more suited to, like gardeners doing the gardening things and things like that, rather than just one contractor taking the whole lot on. So I think we have actually seen that it is a more targeted approach, and it does seem to be working. To help with that as well, the town council invested in its own ground staff. So we now have 3 lensmen, and they help with bench refurbs, allotment clearances, painting and decorating, and general repairs and maintenance work. So working alongside the contractors, we are actually getting more done than we did previously. We had the elections. Obviously, we lost 5 of our existing councillors, but then gained 5 different councillors. We also gained 2 more members of staff. So one of them was one of the lensmen, an additional lensman, and the other one is the contracts officer, who's Leah Berry, who's actually sat there. So she deals with all aspects of the grounds maintenance contract, so the benches, bus shelters, play areas, and the park, so the grass cutting and everything, and also the allotments. in town. So, one of our major achievements, obviously, was the Colne Neighbourhood Development Plan. So this was voted in July with referendum with a 92% majority. So I mean, it was a long and arduous journey. But now it's good to know that Colne does have its own document that does have planning weight and that can actually help shape future development in the town. And obviously not all towns can say they have that. So I think that's been a big achievement for us. So September of 2023, so the creation of the Colne Junior Council. Now this was created from ideas from councillors and teachers, and it involves 4 schools in our area currently, giving students in the last 2 years of primary school a chance to help make a difference in their town. Now they have actually provided me with an update of their achievements, which, if I can, we'll share on the screen for you.
Share the long screen.
All right.
Go back. You stop sharing for a minute. Then go back to it.
Then go there. Thank you. So I don't know if anybody wanted to speak on this, or if you want to just take them next to the microphone at the end, and then everyone can hear them.
We've got 2 of the Colne junior councils who are voting on the usually sat up here at the top from the show. So they've got a overview. So they feel they've achieved this year and what they'd like to do next.
Our biggest achievements are about improving Colne, and we have managed to reduce cars speeding in Colne and reduce litter in Colne town centre. We have improved play areas and parks, so cleaner and nicer to play in. We have achieved Christchurch have walked with PC Tom and use mobile speed cameras and spids to help drivers slow down. West Street and Park have completed litter picks, both near their own school in local area. We've held poster competitions about reducing litter and graffiti in play areas.
Colne Town Council have put up winning posters as signs in play areas for all schools. Designed Junior council logos used as badges, rucksacks, hats for council members. What's next for the academic year, the current academic year and the one ahead? Going to the Houses of Parliament to find out about its history, British values and democracy. Colne Junior Council meetings next year. Year 5 junior councillors can continue furthermore into the next academic year. At the start of the academic year, have a get to know you session for councillors from all schools. Pre-meetings with councillors from all schools to decide what we want to say about agendas. Thank you.
Thank you. I'd just like to say that takes a lot of nerve to be able to do that. So congratulations, you're going to be MPs.
I think it's also safe to say that the Colne Junior Council has been a really really good success, and it's been great for everyone involved, I think, and they've managed to achieve so much in just a short time. So yeah, I think they could tell the rest of us how to do things. So yeah, I think it's been brilliant. So we Colne Junior Council actually worked with us on our Treasure Our Town initiative. So we've reintroduced that initiative this year, which is basically we go on the first Wednesday of every month, and it's concentrating on a different area of town each time. So it's litter picking, identification of any issues, such things like damaged railings or fencing or graffiti or damaged property, anything like that, and we will report it to the relevant authorities. We have put social media posts out with sort of before and after pictures, just to show what we can achieve. And like I say, some of the students have joined us on those events and helped us with the litter picking. I think someone found a bra at one point, so right. So another thing that we did, we actually managed to get funding from the King's Coronation funding, and through this funding, we have created a micro woodland in Alkincoats Park, and also 3 community orchards, which you can't really see at the moment because they're only small trees, but the hope is that obviously eventually there'll be areas that everyone can enjoy. And once they get established, we are hoping to put some plaques in front of the areas as well, which would be nice. We did have a planting day for that. A lot of residents came to. It was quite a good turnout. We managed all the planting in one day, so that was a good achievement. So during the year, we've worked with various different community groups. We provide a social event, a monthly social event for adults and young people with learning and physical disabilities. So that's a disco that's held at the town hall every month. It's becoming more and more popular and quite well attended now. We've also helped with traffic management for the gala event, funding for a mother and toddler group, providing funding for an arts group to hold an exhibition in the town hall, funding for building improvements to help with to make the building more environmentally friendly with solar panels, etc. That was Colne Youth Action Group. So they were doing that with there. And also we continue to fund the free swimming sessions for primary school students in the holidays. Colne in Bloom, again, had another productive year. So the troughs and planters throughout the town look really good. Obviously, we did more hanging baskets as well for the businesses. So that all helps to brighten up the town in the summer, which is nice. We continue to promote the Primmett Community Centre, offering different party packages. And we also have various different groups now holding sessions there during the week. We've seen the town hall utilised much more as well as a venue through weddings, parties and discos, as previously mentioned. Various different meetings, LCC meetings, borough council meetings. We have a diabetes group that comes in, and also we have a lot of Weight Watchers and things like that as well. And we've even had ghost tours. So we get quite a lot of people interested in the town hall and wanting to come and do ghost activities throughout the night. So yeah, that's another thing. We were actually on telly as well, so that was a good thing. So we've been working as well with local historian Jeff Cranby. He's provided tours of the town hall. We did quite a few last year. They were very popular. But we are hoping to continue working with Jeff in this financial year as well, to do a tour of Colne. So hopefully we will get that videoed and that will be available for everyone to look at. So and of course there are all the events that we put on in the town. So generally free events, and obviously there's the iconic Great British Rhythm and Blues Festival. I've just got some short videos to show, so let's stop sharing.
Once again, people have turned out in their thousands for the festival, which also included French, over 130 performances in 14 official French venues this year. We were really proud to showcase an outstanding range of blues and rock artists from the UK. We also encourage
encourage business to come to shop local, handing out over 100 courses to local businesses, which can all proudly display in their shop windows throughout the event.
We've had 3 wonderful days, closed, and we're all absolutely shut. We're still going strong, and this is a wonderful festival, and I'm so proud of you all. And the Congress Society and Cold Council working together, pulling off this wonderful festival. We'd obviously like to thank all the sponsors. We'd like to thank all of them who hit the door, the exchange project, and all the spring events that are helping to make this festival as wonderful as it is.
What a fantastic weekend this year. It's been absolutely great. Come and see us again next year. Tickets are on sale now. You can go online and buy them. We've already got some fabulous acts lined up. Don't miss it.
Okay, I think I'm nearly finished now. Obviously we had, as everyone else did, a lot of increase in costs. But it's fair to say that the officers have worked really, really hard to keep within that budget. And as per the year-end results, these are still to be externally audited though. They have been internally audited. We managed to keep within 0.002% of the budget. So I think that's a pretty good achievement. So what have we got in store for next year? Well, like I said, we want to work with Jeff Cranby. So that's something that will be coming up. The tour of Colne, that's one thing we want to do. We've already provided funding for Colne Junior Council, Colne Citadel, Colne Football Club, Colne Gala Committee. We will be taking on the Colne Gala event as of the next financial year. So that's something that we will be taking on. We're also doing a shop refurb and a flat conversion on one of our rental properties. So that will be a development project for this year. Obviously want to continue working more closely with LCC and PBC just to try and deliver solutions that benefit the town. Obviously try and work more together with those authorities to make sure that we deliver on promises. Another thing that we are wanting to do is to build up on the council's reserves, mainly because there is a lot of chance that we will have to take extra services on in the future. So in order to do that, we do need to be in a stronger financial position. But all in all, that's my update done with. So
Thank you very much. That's the update from the Colne Town Council. We'll move on to item 6, which is from the Colne community groups. This is to receive updates from various different community groups working within Colne on their activities and achievements during the last financial year, and a summary of their aspirations for their future. And I will, reiterate, we do have to close by 1:45.
right, I will just show one that I have received that I can put on here. Share people on. Right, I don't know if anyone wants to speak on this or if you're
Yeah, if you don't mind.
yeah, if you just if you make sure the light's on, so
You have to press the little button.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
No, it's
oh no, it's already on. It's already on.
Right, okay.
Thank you, Stacey.
I don't really know what to say. I suppose really I didn't start with Colne Youth Action Group till May last year, so it's been quite a whirlwind of a year, especially taking on something so big and kind of being the only full-time employee in post at Colne Youth Action Group. So I feel like I had a lot of legwork to do, and we've worked really hard, and we've come a long way in that 1 year. We've got, you can see kind of on the screen, we've got an offering of activities from Monday through to Friday, and that's what we put on every week all the time. And we do other little bits of things, additional activities as well. But since I started, we've taken on Bradley, who's our part-timer, and we are looking to take on more staff. And at the weekends, we do things like, we've done kayaking in the evenings, we've put karate sessions on, we've done forestry sessions, supporting young people on the cusp of ASB for that as well, and young people with additional needs. It was quite a bespoke session really, and we partnered up with PAC for that, and it was quite a nice little session. What else have we got on there? Gosh, I can't remember it. There's so much stuff we've done. It's hard to. Oh, and we started the holiday club. So we already had holiday activities with food. The Pendle Council offering. So we were doing that anyway. And then this year we got the Safer Lancashire Neighbourhoods Fund, which helps us to match fund extra holiday provision for young people across Colne and the surrounding villages. So we've been able to put on an additional 3 weeks, and we've got some more at summer over this last year, in addition to the HAF programme. So that's been really beneficial to our members specifically, because it's specifically for our members. That's been really, really positive. And the best thing about that is it books up so fast. It's within 24 hours. We get full bookings for that, 30 plus young people wanting to attend. And it's even better because whereas HAF supports the younger cohort of this sort of neighbourhood, our club supports the older cohort. So we've got 15-year-olds attending our club that probably wouldn't, because they don't need to, they can just be at home, but they're choosing to come to us. They're asking if they can come and book on. So we are quite proud of that. What else have I got in here? Gosh, we're running detached programme up on Jim Smart Way as well, because there's been an awful lot of ASB up there and a lot of issues within the community. So we're working up there with the young people and with the parents as well, and alongside the police. So that's quite a positive thing that we're trying to do up there. We'll see how that goes. It's probably going to be quite a long-term project. Ambitions for the next year, we're looking to appoint 2 new apprentices and recruit more volunteers. We want to offer youth provision as a minimum on this Monday to Friday like we do now, but extending that 3 till 9, so it's longer and we can have more young people, and if they're with us then they're not out on the streets of Colne doing whatever it is they might be doing. And then we're going to finish work on the music room, because we're going to have a music studio. We've got some funding put to one side for that. Water system, shower installation, RT kit and garage and storage use. We are looking to appoint a youth council, which we've just started, and they're going to help us to develop SEAG further, you know, in collaboration with them, because that's what it's all about. It's about them owning it. To plan and develop a residential project. We want to start some residential work with our young people, and using Kermit much more often, because I love Kermit. I love our big green bus, and I like taking them as far away as I can and doing loads of different stuff with them outside. And that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stacey. Okay. Is there anybody representative of any other groups in Colne that want to give an update?
Yep. Sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jenny Curtis, and I'm here to represent the Alkincoats Buddies, who work in the secret garden up at Alkincoats. We've been going there most weeks, apart from the winter time when it's too wet, doing up the secret garden, getting very good compliments from a lot of people passing by saying we're doing a good job. So, hey. But we're hoping to take it further now, because we're now an official group with a proper constitution. If anybody would like to join us, we shall be having a Facebook presence. At the moment, we're meeting regularly Tuesdays, 2:15 in the secret garden. If you don't know where it is, I met a lady today who said she'd been walking through the park for 5 years, and it's the first time she'd been there. So it just goes to show that it needs a bit of attention. We have been working with Councillor Mann, who's been very, very helpful, getting us all sorts of tools and things that we take from the wheelbarrow every week, and hopefully we'll be able to get more on our own 2 feet in the coming months. So if anybody's interested, just see me after the meeting and I'll take your details, and hope to see you there. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other groups? Any other groups? Yep. And I just said, say it is 25 to, so we do have about 10 minutes left. So we'll have to close.
I'll be quick.
That's right. It's just a reminder for everybody.
Yeah, I'm Carl Molyneux, representing Alicia House. We have actually just become a charity this year, which is really good news for us. We do lots of stuff. We've got a couple of different social enterprises. We've got a community gardening team that do a lot of great work in the community. We often share that on our social media. We've got a community cafe as well, which has got really busy this last year. Lots of people using that. There's a pay it forward scheme also in the cafe for anybody struggling. And there's tons of post-it notes on that. If you want to share that, people can come and get free meal, hot drink and stuff. I suppose a big thing is we're due to be opening a community gym. Building work on that is going to be finished next month. And we're hoping to make that accessible to everybody in the local community, young people's groups like Colin Youth Action Group and local schools. We're trying to target people who wouldn't otherwise normally go to a gym or would have some issues about stepping foot over the gym door. Just tons of good stuff. I know we've done some stuff up at Secret Garden, and we've done loads of work with Alice. We're always open to working with partners and getting our guys out. We've got 31 residents, and most of them are committed to doing 8 hours of voluntary work a week. A lot of that stuff is done within our social enterprises, but we're happy. Some of the councillors come and visited us the other week, and we're in discussions about looking at ways we can help the local council as well. I think we're going to tidy up some of the bus stops and stuff. I think we're back on with the bollards, painting the bollards this year as well. But yeah, come and visit us down at the community cafe. Lovely to see you.
That's great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yep.
Hello, everybody. I'm David Malloy. I'm the vice chairman of Alpine Courts Woodland Nature Reserve Group. Just to sort of update, this year's been as successful as last year, or even more successful probably. We've now got an email registered list of well over 50 members. These are all obviously volunteers, of which I would say we have at least 20 active members. By that I mean they're active every week, practically every week. In the last year, we've laid another ½ kilometre of hedgerows, which now altogether is heading towards 2 kilometres of hedgerows. We've planted another 1,200 trees, some of which have gone into the hedgerows, of course. We also benefited from the King's Coronation Trust. We planted, I can't remember exactly, I think it's about 60 fruit trees, somewhere around about that, including some walnut trees, just to add a little bit of spice to the thing. We've also re-employed a firm to develop some more pathways, which will open up more of the woodland areas for people with disabilities, with disability scooters, etc. So that's, well, we wanted that to have already been done, but because of the terrible winter weather we had, it was impossible for any heavy machinery to get on there. So we're just waiting now for that to start. We've continued to build another pond. Well, there's another pond in the offing, a large pond. There's a small lake up there, which is now 2 years old. the money was donated by Richard Sutton. And that was it's a memorial lake to one of our members who unfortunately died on his bicycle, David McQuillan. That has now become something quite remarkable. And I will be shortly in touch with the British Dragonfly Society. Two of our members who are quite expert at this recorded 16 different species of dragonflies up there last year. This pond has only been in existence for just over 18, 20 months now. This is absolutely remarkable. The British Dragonfly Society have a list of 10, there's just 10 on the list for the whole of the country, for the whole of the United Kingdom, of sites of special interest as far as dragonflies are concerned, and they're giving us a sort of special status of these places. So it brings in lots and lots of people, from dragonfly experts and people who are just generally interested. I've gone through that list, and out of those 10, 3 of those have less species than we have. And we've only been it's only been there 18 months to 20 months. So I just think I will be in touch with them again. I want them to come round and have a look round and see if we can get this special status, because that will obviously bring more and more people into our area, and not only just appreciate the lake and our woodland nature reserve, but of course our wonderful countryside in general. So I just thought I'd give you an update on what we're doing. One small thing that I'm still a little bit worried about, we still haven't got nature reserve status for the 14 acres of land which was given to us, granted to us by the council, by Pendle Council, about 18 months ago. I am a little worried about this, because the sooner we can get nature reserve status, the more protection we have against any further housing development taking place on this site. So I'd just like to just tell the councillors that we still haven't got it. It was promised us, sort of promised us, about a year ago, on regular 3 monthly occurrences. I've asked different people, can we just get on with it? And I'm still waiting. So I just thought to just add that. Anyway, thank you for listening to me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When you're sitting down, I know Councillor Sarah's got something to mention on this, if you'd like, please, Sarah.
Just very briefly, I do share your frustration, and I've spoken to you about it, because really what happened was another nature reserve jumped the queue, if you like, of officer time at Pendle. And that was obviously over on the other side of town in Waterside, and it was under threat. So that took priority. That's all. Poor manager of green spaces, it's on his desk, along with a load of other things, and say, how hard would it be to push this through? You've been very patient.
Thank you. Is there any more last of the community groups? Yeah, last one then. We do only have a couple of minutes left for the public forum. If anybody's got anything to consider, questions, statements or petitions from members of the public, who are welcome to the meeting. I'll say we have a total of 15 minutes, but we actually only have 4. Then we will have to close. So if there's any members of the public like to mention anything or bring anything up or ask a question. No? Okay. Not a problem. We've got that. Date and time of the next regular meeting will be in May 2025. The date to be confirmed closer to the date. And thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen and councillors. This concludes your parish meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It may conclude it, Gina, but I would like to thank you and all of the council officers for putting this together. How much more interesting and fun was it than our usually empty room for our annual parish meeting? I always bring the papers to read because it's so boring. It was much more interesting today, and that's down to you and putting this together. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Is that still recording or is it?